All right, let's look at this next one here. Khamzat saying one title defense and then 205. He's coming for it. Everybody wants a double gold.
Yeah, I know. Look, everyone wants a double gold, but look, it's I've said this. It's easier to do it 85 to 205 and then even up to heavyweight. I would not be surprised, to be honest, if he's the first guy to go 3 champs.
You think so?
You know, I mean, his body style and his tall, long, lanky. He's gonna have to put some weight on. He doesn't seem like he has a hard time putting weight on after he missed weight at 170 by 11 pounds or 9 pounds or something. But he'll never make it down to 70. It's just too much of a weight cut for him. He made it the one time, then tried to make it again, couldn't make it. But 185 pounds, he looks good. 205. Can you pull up the rankings on the 205?
Yep.
205 pound rankings, they're all strikers. So all of those guys he can beat. I think he can beat them all. His style of wrestling, he shoots low-level ankles, takedowns. So you put him against those guys. Carlos Olberg, top 3, takedown, dominates top position, probably subs him. Magomed Ankalaev, I think he takes him down. Yuri Prohaska for sure takes him down. Jan Blachowicz for sure takes him down. Mirzakhanov, I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he'd have to fight him. I think if Chimaev decides to go up, he's only going to deal with the top 4 or 5 guys. Anybody below that, Jamal Hill, Ozdemir, Dominic Reyes, Guskov, Bogdan, Rakic, all those guys are all strikers. There's no wrestlers in that weight class. None. Ankalaev is the best wrestler. He don't wrestle. So he could win that title first, second fight. It depends on what they want to do with him. I'm sure because he's Chimaev, they would just have him go right to the title shot. He'll get 1 win. I don't know who he's going to be against his next fight. He'll get 1 win. UFC might want to hold him back for 1 more fight. I think his 1 fight in 2026 will be against Imavov. And then they may end up giving him probably Sean Strickland as like a see you later fight to the 205 pound division. Because Sean's got the biggest name in that whole division. Sean and Izzy. Drickus is there too, but the way he dominated Drickus ain't making a comeback from that. That killed his whole brand. The way he lost, the way he got dominated, he didn't do anything for 25 minutes. So, I mean, I like Drickus as a fighter. I'm excited about him when he fights. There's just, you can't come back from that type of thing. Like, he hurt his brand. Everyone's like, oh, bro, you got destroyed. So in that situation, it's going to be Imavov is going to be fighting him next, unless Fluffy Hernandez does something remarkable in his next fight. I could see him or maybe Brennan Allen, one of those guys, possibly jumping Sean Strickland. But Sean's got to get a win. He'll get the win, and then I think because they've trained together, because they are, they've had, there's been comments back and forth about, oh yeah, I used to smash you in training, and Sean's like, I'm the only guy that can beat him. They're already kind of setting that up. So it'll be Imavov next, and then I think it'll be Sean Strickland or the Brennan Allen or Hernandez, depending on how these guys do in their next fights. So that's the thing. And at 205, none of those guys beat him. None of them can wrestle. Not at the level of Chimaev. So that to me is an easy title. Pull up the heavyweight division. Let's talk heavyweights too. Chimaev could be the one that wins the first, third title. Yeah. I mean, you've got Tom Aspinall, who I think is a threat when it comes to the grappling, the striking, probably a little bit of a threat. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be very difficult for him to get the third title because the physical size. But I think once he gets to 205, you'll realize he's walking around 230 once he gets to 205. And then 230, he just got to put on, like, when he gets to 230, he wins the title at 205. All he's got to do is put on like another 5 pounds, 235 of muscle. And then how's his cardio? I guess we're going to find that out. But those guys they're all, except for Curtis Blades, they're all wrestlers. All of them. I mean, sorry, they're all strikers. Sergey Pavlovich, he's got a little bit of grappling. He trained at AK for a couple of years. He's got some like sambo foot sweeps kind of takedowns, but he's not a straight double leg wrestler. I've seen him getting taken down multiple times when he got taken down by Kane, got taken down by DC. I mean, I know these guys can wrestle, but Chimaev can wrestle. So Cyril Gahn can't stop his takedowns. Volkov can't stop his takedowns. Sergey Pavlovich probably can't stop his takedowns. Curtis might have a chance. The one that it kind of interests me a little bit is the Jailton Almeida, because Jailton Almeida can wrestle, and he's got good submissions, and he's physically strong, explosive, all of those things. So that fight is kind of interesting to me, the Jailton Almeida, and but he just hasn't lived up to the hype. He hasn't lived up to like what I think a lot of us thought he would do. I thought he would come in and just dominate in the heavyweight division. So, but I mean, I look at it. Could it be? Because I remember a year and a half ago, Dave, I was like, I haven't seen a big enough sample size on Chimaev, and here I am saying that he might be the first guy to win 3 titles.
Cat.
Yeah, like that. That's how quick this sport changes. Is that the divisions have gotten weaker in the 205 and the heavyweight division, and Chimaev has that style of wrestling, that style of fighting to make a 3 title run. So it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to. I keep saying I'm looking forward to it, but I really believe that this is something that can be done. Not next year, but probably I'd say by 2027. We could see by the end of 2027, we could see if Chimaev is active. We had Dean Thomas on. What did Dean say? Man, Chimaev being the champion could be a freaking nightmare. And he just won the title. And he's now basically out until after Ramadan, and probably like a month after Ramadan. They're saying that he might fight, April or May. So if that's the case, then, he probably maybe will only get 1 fight in this year, maybe 2. You might be able to squeeze 2 in. So he fights the 1 fight. Then you're saying I think he fights 2 more fights in the 185 pound division. I don't think they let him leave without fighting Sean Strickland, unless Sean Strickland completely lays a fucking goose egg in his next fight. And they're just like, I can't do anything with this. I can't sell this. Then I can see them maybe bumping him up, but I think that's where we're at right now.